Get ready. Start. When I move this resolution, I am aware that it will not be received kindly by certain sections of the House. We have heard arguments for rationalization from interested people, and we have heard statements from the spokesman of government. Nevertheless, I am happy that this House has today an occasion to discuss this problem. I am sure that if the Labour Minister is going to speak, he will admit that this is the most burning problem agitating the mind of the working class in India. From everywhere you hear the cry. In fact, after this motion was accepted and news came in the papers, hundreds of telegrams have been received by me. Most surprisingly of all was not only the workers engaged in the jute and other meal industries, but also the workers from many other sectors, including agriculture, are writing to me. I have got a number of those letters here. From Kerala, I get letters from agricultural workers who are thrown out of employment by the oncoming of tractors, for which we have got a central organization and about which our government seem to be so happy. Here I have got a letter from an employee of a bank in Mumbai, the Bank of India. He says that 40 temporary employees of that bank are going to be thrown out because some mechanical device is about to be introduced. So this is a question which should be very carefully considered by this House with all the seriousness which it deserves. We are not prepared to discuss rationalization in abstract. Gentlemen who know much about it may do well not to waste their time in telling us about the advantages of modernization and development of machinery and all that. They are all well known. We are discussing a concrete problem in a concrete situation. Now let us turn for a moment to the textile industry, the largest industry occupying an important position even on a world scale, an industry for which our people have fought with sweat and tears against the British. It employs nearly 7.5 lakhs of workers. In this industry, rationalization is being introduced or is proposed to be introduced in all the centers. Nobody will say that this is done in the interest of production, because only last year we heard cries of overproduction raised even in this House. Para textile is one of the few sectors where the targets laid down in the 5-year plan have been exceeded. Its problem, therefore, was not one of fall in production, but of overproduction. And in 2013, we saw the picture of total or partial closure of mills. At that time, our government, of course, standing between the capitalists and the workers, did not remain quiet. They immediately responded to the complaints of the capitalists. Concessions were freely granted. The export duty on cloth was reduced, and the excise duty on medium and coarse cloth was raised, hitting the vast majority of the consumers. But to the government, that is a minor matter. Neither the mill owners nor the government thought of the consumer then. Both now speak for rationalization in the name of the ordinary consumer. The mill owners do not want more profit. That is not at all the objective. The problem before the textile industry, as made out, is not one of fall in production, but overproduction. Now let us come to the attitude of the government with regard to this. Statements have appeared from government spokesmen from time to time purporting to protect the interests of the workers, prevent unemployment, etc. For example, in February last, the Ministry of Labour told pressmen in Calcutta that government would not allow any rationalization or mechanization which would result in retrenchment. He said the Planning Commission had formulated schemes in this respect and there was no idea of improvement which would result in the retrenchment of even a single worker. But the Labour Minister of Uttar Pradesh, speaking to pressmen in Lucknow, said that there was nothing like a government rationalization scheme. He said that the employers had prepared a scheme and the government's efforts were to see that a formula agreeable to both labor and employers should be worked out. So he takes it for granted that rationalization is bound to come into effect whether the worker is going to be thrown out or not, and he says that the possibility of a settlement between the workers and the management should be explored. This is a very serious statement to make, but I make it knowing the full responsibility, because had it not been for the aid of the government, this gross injustice would not be allowed to be worked out. The moment the workers who are thrown out get together in their trade unions and make their protests in the name of law and order, they are prevented from pursuing their efforts and their families are doomed to poverty and so many other hardships.